Good evening and welcome to this special edition of Capital News from Port of Spain, Trinidad. I'm Neil Marks. We're meeting here as Caribbean leaders converge for their annual Heads of Government meeting on this, the 40th anniversary of the founding of CARICOM. We know Trinidad is all about the fete, and Prime Minister Kamla Bisesar knows how to throw a good one. However, there's not much a mood of celebration here. Caribbean leaders face mounting criticism that they meet every year to rehash the same statements made 40 years ago by the four prime ministers, including Guyana's Forbes Burnham, about the need to unite the region. Today, 50 nations make up the grouping, but the people of the region identify CARICOM more with slothfulness than action. The biggest problem seems to be the Caribbean single market and economy, the CSME. When it comes to talk, this is a prime example. It took 13 years of negotiations before the CSME came into place, and 7 years later, there seems to be lack of will on the part of some to get it where it needs to be. This 40th anniversary meeting of the CARICOM heads of government is being seen as the one where leaders of the region must come to grips with the challenges facing the regional trade and integration bloc and outline the way forward. They have to find a way to reassure the people of the Caribbean that CARICOM remains relevant. Those who founded the movement in 1973 have long passed. Prime Ministers Errol Barrow of Barbados, Forbes Burnham of Guyana, Michael Manley of Jamaica and Eric Williams of Trinidad. It's now the job of the current leaders of the community to show they can really achieve that goal of one community, one people. Prime Minister Kenny Anthony of St. Lucia had called for a new development trust in February at the opening of the international meeting of the heads of government. He called for a big conversation on the future of the Caribbean economies and had expressed the hope that that conversation be held at this summit. Such a discussion, he had said, would provide an opportunity to chart a new paradigm for growth, review the role and performance of the regional institutions to determine how they could better assist in the restoration of growth to regional economies. The heads of government are expected to lead that assessment and provide direction on a new approach during this 34th meeting. There are several issues on the agenda here: the problems between member states of intra-regional trade, complaints from more than one member state that the national airline of one member state is fleecing its citizens, that's Caribbean Airlines out of Trinidad. High on the agenda of the meeting will be charting a new direction for growth and development, transportation, the reform process in CARICOM, and a proposal for a high-level meeting on persons with disabilities and special needs. Now on Thursday, the actual anniversary of the founding of CARICOM, there would be a reenactment of the signing of the Treaty of Chaguaramas. We're not sure of all of the details of that as yet. On Friday, the leaders go into closed-door discussions, but they would come out in the evening for a celebration involving all the countries that founded CARICOM, including Guyana. There would also be performances by CARICOM's newest member, Haiti. Guests at this meeting are presidents of Venezuela, Equatorial Guinea, and the Dominican Republic. We now turn to Mark Murray in Georgetown for the headlines in Guyana.